welcome to the Circus of Crazy, also known as the world. I am your ringmaster, GalaxyOfInk, here to take you through the crazy acrobatics of life. And today, we're going to be talking about net neutrality. I don't actually know as much about net neutrality as I probably should, and that's an out-of-character thing for me. Frankly, I've actually just been feeling really great lately, and sometimes that means in today's world that you have to take a break from the news, and I haven't been as caught up in it as I usually have been, which in this case has not been good for me. But I do still understand the basic fundamentals of net neutrality, and you should too, because it's important that we all talk about this issue and contact the people that are necessary for us in order to get this fixed. So, also important in this is that I am most definitely not the first person that you've heard this from. At least I very much hope not, because I have like 20 subscribers, and if it's me that you're hearing this from, that's a little worrying that you're only going on the internet to see me, because frankly, this is everywhere on the internet. Net neutrality refers to the rules that the Obama administration implanted on the internet, which basically meant a free and open access to the internet, and that certain companies couldn't regulate things as harsh as they would like to in order to get more money. The example that I'm going to give for this and what net neutrality prevented against was, say you are a customer and you are looking to get your service from either Comcast or Verizon. This is just an example, by the way, because this didn't actually happen. But this hypothetical customer is choosing between Comcast or Verizon as where they're going to get their service. And this hypothetical customer also wants Netflix on the internet to be able to stream it on their laptop. So, in the hypothetical world where these rules were not passed, Verizon could choose to say, okay, Netflix, you're gonna either pay us some money, that way the people who get our service will have access to you, and Comcast could say the same thing. Or they could choose to take a route of saying, oh, well, this customer, in order to get Netflix, in addition to paying the $10 fee per month that Netflix offers, you're also going to have to pay us an extra $2 every month in order to get you the fastest service possible. So we're going to restrict your fast internet for you until you pay us money. And that is what net neutrality prevented or protected citizens against. The rollback of this is coming with that wave of the Trump era trying to get rid of anything Obama. So these were the Obama administration's net neutrality rules. And now, as is technically their right, the Trump administration is saying, well, now we want our Trump administration net neutrality rules. The problem with that seems to be that they've made an absolutely horrible choice on which one to do. Because net neutrality is on both sides of the political coin. You are not going to find very many people who are arguing for changing the current net neutrality rules that are not being paid by one of the companies that would profit from them. And so it's a very easy thing to have everybody angry at one person. And honestly, it's kind of nice. It's just a little bit easy. This is a nice, easy issue in quite a few ways. So, what can you do? And what's the issue here? Well, the FCC needs to vote on whether or not they're going to overturn these rules. The FCC is a group of 5 people, and the chairman of that has a name that I don't remember. Basically, out of this group, 3 out of the 5 of the people on that FCC board are Republicans. So the other 2 are Democrats. And I don't know where they come from. Like I said, I'm not as into this issue as I probably should be. But there is a way that you can do something, even if these 5 people do not come from your state or your territory, or even if you live outside the US. Because net neutrality will affect the entire world if they choose to overturn these Obama-era rules that were in place. It will affect everybody with an access to the internet, and that can be extremely damaging, and will be extremely damaging to American citizens and to just the entire world. So it's important that we speak up about this issue. The chosen way that I chose to speak up is that as everybody says, you have to call, you have to email, do something, contact your representatives, contact your senators, contact your governor, contact the president if you could, but I'd say not to, because he probably doesn't care. But I think it's important to go as to the basis level as you can. So I contacted my representative last night. I sent him an email and I told him about net neutrality and that it will harm American citizens and the citizens of his district. And I told him that the people are watching to see how you vote on this because this is a very important issue to American citizens, to the American people, and this is an issue that everybody is watching closely, I think. And people will remember that. And just, we want you to represent us, and this is what we're saying that you should be representing. So, just a nice reminder. It's not too much to ask your representative to represent you. That is their job. Their job is to be there to represent your thoughts and your feelings. That is why you voted for them. Or in the case of me, which someone helpfully reminded me of last night, just because I am not eligible to vote right now doesn't mean that this person is still not representing me and my wishes and my thoughts for the country. I'm an extremely political person, so I have thoughts, and I have every right to speak them and to inform my representative about them. That does not mean that they'll follow through, by the way. That's still their choice to do it, but there's a level of better be safe than sorry. It is better to contact your representative and to make your thoughts known and to just remind him that there are people in your district who care about this issue and have a certain thought about this issue. And if you're going to represent us, we would just like you to have the knowledge of the fact that this is how some of us feel. That's totally fine. That's what their job is to do. So I used Resistbot. It's this nice little thing. I am not getting paid by Resistbot, by the way. I'm not sponsoring them. They're not sponsoring this. That'd be great if you did. That'd be really, really nice. But they're not sponsoring me anyway, but they really do work. You just have to give them your name, you have to give them your address, and they will tell you, they will tell you your senators, they will tell you your representative for your district, they will tell you who your governor is and the president, and they will give you the tools that you need to contact that person, and it's all through text. So you can text out your email to your representative or your senator, and it will send it to them for you, giving them all the information that you need. It's just a very easy way to do this all, and it just makes it easy. You don't have to sit down, you don't have to do any research finding out how to contact this person, you don't have to drive anywhere, you don't have to do anything. You just sit at your home, in your bed, and you type out a nice little message. One thing I will say going into this, type out your message to your representative or your senator, whoever you are contacting, in your notes first. Because it has a certain limit on the amount of characters that it can send you, and I don't remember if it told me that or not at the beginning, but I did not remember that, and I ended up having to chop up my thing into different paragraphs, and I actually ended up, like, deleting basically the entire letter and having to retype it again. So just type it in your notes first, and then you can go like paragraph by paragraph and send it to them. That way you'll have it all in one place. That way it's just safe there for you. So contact your representatives, contact your senators, contact everybody, because here's the thing. Even if your representative or your senator is not on the chair board of the FCC, and the chances are they are not because there's only 5 of them, their voice still matters. When they are speaking up about this issue, it will influence the people that they work with. And it will influence also them and how they act in Congress and how they act for you. They are representing you, the people that voted for them. Or in my case, that live in their district. You're still representing me. I still have a right to tell you what my thoughts and feelings are on this subject. So the thing is, for instance, you have somebody who is in Congress and has not been talking about this issue. Well, to them, that means compliance. And by the way, I could make an entire video about the subject of compliance, because I think it's a very important one. I think it was dictionary.com's like word for this year. But if they are not saying something, that is compliance. If they are supporting it, you should make it known to them that you do not approve of them supporting it. And if they are doing absolutely nothing, that's still compliance. All of it equals compliance unless you are not giving, in this case of terms, everything equals compliance if you're not saying no. right now. And it's important that they do say that. It's important that we have people talking about this issue in Washington, and talking to the other people that they work with about it, talking on the news about it, because you, a citizen, might not be able to get on the news and talk about this issue, but your representative sure can, and that is what their job is to do, get on there and talk about your issues and what is important to you. So, in conclusion, contact people that you need to contact. Net neutrality is important, and we should not be forgetting it in these times, and we should all be working to do our very best to make our voices heard, that we do not approve of the attempted rollback of these Obama-era rules, of these rules of net neutrality for a free and open internet. That's all for today's video. You can click right here to subscribe. You can click right here for more videos. If you like, you may like or comment down below. Thanks. Bye!